Okay, construction of the vehicle bunker. So all of these bunkers are pretty similar, so they all have a range of sheets. Right, so you have a base, a roof, double skin front and rear walls, and then sides. This one's a little bit different in that it's got window shades along the side walls, and I'll show you how those go when we put it together. So to kick off, you need the side walls. So there's those two parts. And then you need the front and back skin, and they're the ones that have got the holes in them, like this. This is the piece goes over the top of these and so on. So, and you'll also need the base. Okay, so in terms of working, you just punch out any bits that haven't been, or any of these little teeth that haven't been punched out. Now, with this internal wall is designed to face inwards, as is this. So the two engraved sides are going to be facing into the center of the thing, and then the other engraved walls are going to be facing out. Okay, so I've got my two engraved pieces facing each other, right, and then if I have a look at these side walls, you'll see that down on the side here, they only go in one way, so they go like this. Okay, and see what you've got is that wall sitting at an angle like that. Okay, so in terms of gluing, now you might want to be a little bit more judicious with your glue use. I'm just whacking that on. Now these are completely reversible, so there's no real front or back to them. The only thing I'm going to do is make sure they've punched out any of those tabs. Just makes it easier later on. Okay, so I've got the internal engraved facing inwards. Then I'm going to take the top engraved and it's going to face downwards. Okay, so I'll put that a bit to the side for a second. Now I'm not going to let that dry, I'm working straight on this. So you can see each of the tabs sticking up here. Now you just got to watch out that this, at one end of it, I have the internal door, and so it's always useful to actually position this out. So this bit here is the internal door, so I'm not going to put any glue on it, and this is the back door, so I'm not going to put any glue on that. So all of the other tabs, now for yours, you'll do a dry fit of this before you start putting glue on things. See, looking down here, I've got a few excess bits floating around. Right, so I've got glue on the face of those, and come along and lock the whole thing into place. I'll just push it on, so making sure that it's down flat at either end. Okay, so now I'm going to get the two face plates, de-sprue those. That one didn't want to be disproved. Now when I look at them, again they've got engraving, that engraving is facing outwards, right, and it'll be fairly obvious which side goes where because they'll line up with the internal doors. Just make sure, again, any tabs that haven't come out, you push them all the way through. Okay, now when you put these pieces on, if I show you like that, you'll see that there's an extra little piece at the top here. So when you're gluing, the best thing to do is to glue onto this face and then stick. So if I'm going to glue here, whoops, this is where it's useful to let this dry before you continue to build. Okay, so I'm going to glue onto this face here and then put this doorway over the top of it. Okay, so here we go. Just going to lie that down again and make sure that everybody's happy. Okay, so a bit of glue on the face. Now I'm going to use some clothes pegs just down the bottom. Now the two sides of this should line up completely flush, so these two bits here are completely flush with each other. So when you put the pegs on, you'll find that they move around a little bit. Right, so just watch out for that. Okay, and then the other end. Okay, so the roof consists of this large flat piece, these two angles and two sides. So again, glue down the side. So stand that up in that. Just give the glue a little bit of a clean up, just so that you haven't got any excess pieces lying around. Your old paintbrush is handy for that. Right, and then leave that away to, let's put that away to dry. So that basically slides in down on top of the bunker. Okay, so for the actual bunker itself, you've got these pieces, right, which sit inside here, like that. And then you've got a whole bunch of these, right, and one of these. Now the idea is that these support the little awnings, and so you glue them in like such, with the flat side up. Try and show you that. Yeah, like that. And then the awning just sits on top of that, like that. And so you've got those for the side and for two at the front as well. Right, and that's it.